Have you ever heard about the red stone that has been through war, betrayal, blood, and still sits on the crown of kings? Some call it the Black Prince's ruby. Long, long ago, in the hot and hilly lands of ancient Spain, there lived a Muslim prince named Abu Sa'id. He was the ruler of Granada, proud and powerful. But things weren't going his way. He was at odds with a fierce Christian king named Pedro the Cruel. Now, Pedro had a reputation that matched his name. He was ruthless, cunning, and was always with a dagger behind his back. The two men met to discuss peace, but there's a reason you don't trust a man with the cruel in his title. Abu Sa'id never made it out alive. Some say Pedro killed him with his own hands, just to get his hands on one thing: a glowing red gemstone the size of a plum that reflected like blood in sunlight. And that was just the beginning of the stone's dark adventures. Soon after, Pedro fell into trouble of his own. Enemies everywhere. He needed help. And to his side came a young English warrior named Edward of Woodstock, the man history would call the Black Prince. A knight in black armor, sharp with both sword and mind. Together, they crushed Pedro's enemies in the Battle of Agincourt. And as a reward, Pedro handed the strange red stone, which was now soaked in blood and treachery, to Edward. He handed it to him with no records or fancy ceremony. It was just a quiet exchange of war trophies between two dangerous men. Years passed. Edward died. The gem moved from prince to king, each time sewn into helmets, and passed through hands that would shape empires. Then came the Battle of Agincourt in 1415, one of the fiercest battles England ever saw. Arrows filled the sky in the muddy fields in France. King Henry V, wearing the red stone and the crown on his helmet, led the charge. In the thick of battle, an enemy knight smashed down on his head so hard it nearly cracked the helmet in two. But somehow, the king survived, and the red gem was untouched, not even a scratch. Since then, the red gem sat quietly in the British crown jewels, locked away in the Tower of London, gleaming and always watching. Some say it's lucky. Others whisper that it simply refuses to die. It's not a ruby nor a royal birthstone. It was earned in blood, passed through murder, war, and survival. That fire-red stone has outlived kings, empires, and entire ages. So if you ever look up at the British crown and see that glowing red gem, just remember it's more than a jewel. It's an old, old soul that has seen much more than most gods. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and follow for more tales like this.